I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoes.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Another Monkish beer tonight, and I love it so hard. This is my first canning line double IPA. We just reviewed my first canning line single IPA last night, and this was the first double IPA they did on their first canning line. And they are now dating their cans. And I talked about this in my Modern Times videos. I think this is what Modern Times was trying to do with their canning line. See how that's just right on the lip of the can? And it's perfectly legible. Modern Times, for whatever reason, could not get this right. So props to Monkish. You guys are doing it right, because that's perfectly legible. It says it's a goose. I think their canning line is called Wild Goose Canning Line, so that's where that comes from. So 8% alcohol by volume, double IPA. This one is Citra and Simcoe. My first canning line single IPA was Galaxy and Simcoe, so super stoked on this one. It was canned September 28th, so we are just over a month old. Hashtag Team Old IPAs. I'm gonna stop harping on it because Ryerson hates when I tell him how to drink his beer. I'm just gonna say it. You guys don't have to drink super fresh beers. Send me your old ones. I'll take care of them for you. So yeah, stoked on this one. I love IPAs from Monkish. I can't, I'd have to look back and see how many double IPAs they've done, but everything they do is fucking fire, so I'm sure this will be no different. We are using our proper glassware because we are PGG. Yeah, you know me. I've had people messaging me too saying that they've been using proper glassware and it makes their beer taste better. It's fucking true. So this is just slightly darker than the single IPA that we just reviewed last night, my first canning line. Finger of, it's bright white, but it's really rocky, soapy bubbles. Crazy. The other ones were like really tight packed and fluffy. These are like kind of rocky white bubbles. 8% when we swirl it. There's alcohol legs and glass lacing. I mean, it looks amazing. It's a Monkish beer, and they are consistent as anyone when it comes to appearance. All their beers look killer, so. Citra and Simcoe, this should be interesting. Oh, and I gotta thank my man Eddie for sending this one. You're a saint, and I love you. Let's see what she smells like. So the Simcoe is not as dominant in this one on the nose as it was in my first canning line single IPA. This one is Citra for days. It's oranges, it's tangerines, sweet citrus. You are getting it's herbaceous, grassy. Should I say earthy again? I know people love when I say the same things. Grassy, I think, is a good one. When I say earthy, by the way, people are like, what the fuck does earthy mean? Just imagine when you go outside and you ever, like, when you're a kid, rolled around the grass, go play baseball at the park, like, there's just a smell that the grass and the trees bring. It's like an earthy smell. Hops do that. They're fucking plants. They grow out in the wild. It happens. It's a true story. But yeah, this is juice. 8%. You don't smell booze, which is awesome. And it's like an orange Julius with like some grassy, earthy herbal notes. It smells amazing. So, Eddie, cheers. Thank you, sir. Oh, damn. Fuck, that is so good. This reminds me of like a super juicy Citra Showers that Noble used to make. I haven't had that beer in a long time. It's oranges. Oranges, tangerines. There's grapefruit. There's like mangoes, papayas, like sweet tropical fruits with all that citrus. Citrus dominant though. It's Citra. But Citra also brings like that kind of, it's green, it's herbaceous, it's dank, it's grassy. It's not floral, I don't think. I think I would consider it more like grassy, dank. You get a nice amount of bitterness that sits on the middle of your tongue, and then it finishes really, really dry finish on this one. This almost finishes like, it reminds me almost of like a Nelson hop beer, and the finish super, super dry, which makes you want to keep drinking it because your mouth is dried out. And at 8%, you could drink a lot of these and you'd be shit canned. So this is fantastic. It is. It's juice. Like, but it also has the aspects of West Coast beers. Do I get ludicrous and say that I think, you know what? I think this might be my West Coast homerism. I think Monkish might make my favorite IPAs now. I really do. Because you guys know I'm a West Coast IPA guy at heart. I like dank, I like resinous, I like earthy, I like herbaceous. They do that, but they also incorporate all of the juicy aspects of New England style beers that I like. I love New England style beers. I fucking love treehouse beers so hard. But these, they can get more, I think there's more depths of flavors in monkish beers because they're also bringing that West Coast kind of feel to it. So there's so many treehouse beers that I drink that are just ridiculous juice bombs. It's fucking fruit juice and it's fantastic. But you're getting that with these beers that they're brewing. You're getting all the juicy aspects, but you're also getting delicious hot burps. You're also getting like the West Coast aspect of it. It reminds you that it's beer. And I've talked about it. Like, I get juiced out every now and again, and this is the perfect balance between that. I think Monkish is my number one, and I don't apologize for that. I mean, this is a double IPA. It drinks like a single IPA. There's no way you would think this was an 8% beer. All of the tropical fruits and citrus. If you like Citra, this is a showcase. What did Nathan say? It's a showcase of the majesty of Citra. This is freaking amazing. So another world-class beer, 98, 99. This is damn near perfect. If you're nitpicking it, and we talked about it in the Maple Jesus video, like you can just start nitpicking the shit out of beers. That's why I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm tired of giving numbers to beers, but this is a beer I would recommend to anyone. I would buy cases of this. So in my mind, it's perfect. There's nothing that I would change about it. So, but at the same time, like, can you give every beer 100? No, but that's why numbers are stupid. I want this is perfect. I want it to, you know what, fuck it. This is 100. This is a 100 double IPA. You could put this in a blind taste test with any of the New England double IPAs, and it would stand up with all of them. Guaranteed. So I'm giving it 100. I don't give a fuck what Beer Advocate says. I don't care what Untappd says. This beer is freaking awesome, and I love it. So I love Citra. I love Simcoe. I love Monkish, and I love Eddie for sending me these beers. So that's my first Canning Line double IPA. If you don't like punnets, then I don't know what to tell you. It's amazing. So when there's nothing you change about a beer, what do you say? 95. No. Fuck it. It's 100. So no apologies. I don't care. I'm guaranteed if you had this, there'll be comments saying this beer is fire. We'll see how many comments. There's not going to be one comment where someone says this beer sucked. Guaranteed, unless you're just going to fuck around and do it, which is fine. You can do that if you want. This beer is amazing. So it's 100. And yeah, that's it. If you guys have had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. I super appreciate it. And I'll see you very soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.